There's been a lot of chatter, understandably, around the fact that Bangladesh could potentially pull out of the T20 World Cup. It would be a pretty unprecedented move coming amid their demand that they want their matches shifted out of India and played in Sri Lanka due to quote-unquote security concerns after the whole Mustafizur Rahman saga transpired, with IPL side Kolkata Knight Riders being forced to release him due to political tensions between both nations. Now, by and large, what we've heard from Bangladesh or coming out of the country has been in support of the administration, but there has been one voice that has come up in, or let's say, in opposition of what is taking place, and that person happens to be Ashraful Haque, a former BCB or Bangladesh Cricket Board administrator who was also part of the Asian Cricket Council, who hasn't taken too kindly with the fact that sports and politics have gotten so badly mixed up, and also in an interview spoke about how a lack of proper strong sporting administrators not being there right now in the sporting administrative circles has led to such a situation. And he's also called out a few double standards of the Bangladeshi government and in general the way that they've handled this. It's a pretty explosive interview, and we picked out a few interesting talking points from there, starting with this. He said that the whole cricket ecosystem in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, everywhere has been hijacked by politicians. Just think about it. And if you think this is in itself an explosive take, first off, factually, he's not entirely wrong. And secondly, it goes on further because he questions whether administrators of the past would allow the fiasco to reach the position that it has in the first place. And he also said that, look, we have the same thing here in Bangladesh. The government is run by people who are not politicians, nor are they experienced in sports. So already he's established one thing, Ashraful Haque, that he doesn't rate the current cricket administrators very highly, whether it be only the politicians in Bangladesh who are running things or the people in India who are running it. He said that no one is really doing a good job. None of them have any experience in this. And he further underscores the point by pointing out to old cricket administrators, asking if they were in charge, would something happen? He said that would this have ever happened if you had the likes of a Jagmohan Dalmia, I.S. Bindra, Madhav Rao Scindia, N.K.P. Salve, or even N. Srinivasan were in charge? His answer to that was simple, it wouldn't. And truth be told, it's hard to disagree with that. One of the major problems when it comes to this particular era of administrators is that since they're all by and large politicians first, the nuances of sports administration is not something that they do a very good job in, because again, it really comes down to the fact that the political arena and the sporting arena are two very different arenas. The way to do things in politics and the way to do things in sports administration are very, very different. And since there's no real experts left in terms of sporting administration, what are we left with? We're left with people who are doing the job but not doing a very good job of it. However, in the midst of all of this, and he's really hit out at the Bangladesh side of things here as well, because he questioned whether or not they would even be considering boycotting the tournament if the release which KKR did instead of Mustafizur happened to some other players. And there's a reason why I'm being a little suspenseful. Check out the quote, then you'll understand why. He said that instead of Mustafizur Rahman, had it been a Litin Das or Soumya Sarkar who was in the same position, would they have done the same thing? They wouldn't. And see, this part really is where he himself, ironically, is making things political, because he says that if it was a Bangladeshi Hindu player like a Litin Das or a Soumya Sarkar, Litin, by the way, is Bangladesh's T20 captain, making the irony even sweeter. He says that if they were targeted by KKR or any other IPL franchise and told, no, you can't play, would the Bangladesh Cricket Board have had such a response? His identity or his opinion is that they wouldn't have. And again, it really calls out, in his opinion, what he sees as double standards within the Bangladesh Cricket Board. And he also further elaborated in the interview saying that you can't really be holding such a tournament a ransom, saying there are ways you can find around whatever issues you have. But the fact that this is happening in an international tournament is not ideal. And obviously, whilst I understand what it is he's saying and largely agree with it, this is sadly what happens when sports and politics get so intertwined, because the shots, I don't think, are being called by anyone except the politicians at this point. The BCCI's instruction to KKR to release Mustafizur Rahman after having picked him up did stem from political unrest. Similarly, the Bangladesh Cricket Board threatening to not come to India for the T20 World Cup doesn't stem from the Bangladesh Cricket Board. This is a call being taken by the government. And when governments get involved, then it becomes a whole different ballgame, because it isn't just sport anymore. Then it's about political one-upsmanship, and that's what you're seeing play out in this entire thing right now. So good on Ashraful Haque to call this out. I do happen to by and large agree with what it is that he's saying, but you can let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree with what he's saying. And don't forget, as always, to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, X, and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.